Merry Christmas, baby. Reindeer's coming out to play. Santa Claus is packing the presents, making sure you've been behaving okay. Merry Christmas, honey. Yeah. The snowman's dusting off his hat, putting on the show for everybody, to give them a smile that lasts another year. There's something that happens when sleigh bells are ringing, when December ends, when the children are singing, yeah. It's Merry Christmas, baby. Ooh, yeah. There's room at the table for big and for small. All the fire is popping, the chestnuts are cracking, yeah. Merry Christmas, baby. Merry Christmas, baby. The snow is laying 2 feet deep. Now wish upon a falling star, so all your secret dreams can come true. There's something that happens when sleigh bells are ringing, when December ends, when the children are singing, yeah. It's Merry Christmas, baby. Ooh, yeah. There's room at the table for big and for small. All the fire is popping, the chestnuts are cracking, yeah. Merry Christmas, baby. There's something that happens when something that happens when December ends, when December ends, yeah, yeah. Oh, it's Merry Christmas, baby. Merry Christmas, baby. It's Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. It's Merry Christmas, baby. Yeah. It's Merry Christmas, baby.
Okay, so have you guys got your Christmas stuff up yet? Leave a comment down below and let me know. Hi Mom. So when you watched last week's video, you would have seen our big vegetable bag that the girls and I bought. We each got one. And so you're probably wondering what's in them. Let's take a look. We have celery, a lot of romaine, some of that butter lettuce, and I'm not sure what kind of lettuce this is, but just a regular iceberg, I think, but a loose iceberg. 2 Chinese cabbage, 2 tomatoes, 5 beets, 5 regular cabbage, a ton of, not a ton, but okay, so quite a few carrots, and an entire Instant Pot full of potatoes, which I'm about to put in the machine. So what am I gonna do with all of this? Well, watch and find out. Okay, so I put in 3 cups of water and a good dollop of salt, and I'm gonna throw in a bit of rosemary just to give it some oomph. just going to cut the leaves off. I don't need any of those right now, and I'm going to run it through my food processor. Shred it up and bag it up. Okay, I've chopped up all of the romaine, spun it, dried it in a paper towel, and it's in a bowl, ready to go in the fridge. We have chopped up ready romaine for salads. Okay, I made a small bowl of carrots just for some fresh eating. Today I have picked up some herbs and some vegetables, and I'm going to plant them in a few pots that I picked up. I think I showed those on the channel before. We're going to get those planted, and I'm going to keep my eye out for some other pots because at the greenhouse not far from here they have things like yarrow, plantain. I couldn't believe, and there was a plantain growing in the ground. It was literally this big round. The leaves were bigger than my hand, just massive. And they sell them there. Not quite that big, but they sell them there, which is amazing to me. Things that you would never be able to buy in a greenhouse in Canada are just readily available here. It's amazing. Love it. So we're going to get started on planting these. Now, when I got these, I trimmed off the bottom, cleaned up the stems of all of the plants, because when you do that, you create an open wound, and if you put them in the dirt before they've had a chance to heal, then you can get bacteria and infection and problems with your plants. So I've done that previously. They're all ready to go, and I'm going to put them in the pot. Okay, so the first one we're putting in is a jalapeno pepper, because it's just a pot, I didn't want to put full peppers in here. We're really, at this point, just growing it because that's what we like to do. So we're not looking for vegetables particularly. And so I'm just going to plant this pepper, and I'm going to plant it deep because it will grow roots on the stem like a tomato plant. Tomato plant. This is a cherry tomato, red cherry. Same reason, because there's very small fruits and I don't want to overwhelm the container. So, and I'm also going to plant this one very deep because I think everyone knows that a tomato stem will create roots on the stem. So the lower you can put it in, the more roots and the better your plant will last. We have rosemary. I'm hoping that I can split this into two once I get the root ball out. And marigolds will go in here as well. They are great companion plants, but you cannot, I was going to put basil in with the rosemary, but you're unable to plant them together. They have different water needs. So let's see what we have when I take this apart. Nope, no touch luck. So this one will get planted at the back. And again, I've cleared the stems and I'm planting that deep. And the marigold. Okay, let's get the marigold going. The final pot will be 2 basil. Just want to squish it a little bit so that the roots expand into the new soil. Now, as Michelle on More Than Farmers always says, always, 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 always water in your plants. So a couple of pro tips. When you're watering your plants, try not to get the leaves wet, especially if they are close to the ground. Sun scorch can affect them, and if the leaves touch the soil, they will could get infected. So that's how disease gets on your plants. Also, my handy dandy watering can that you probably saw, the thing is ginormous. I'll put it up on here. Ugh. It's huge. It loads from the back, which is super, super easy. And it's got an enormous spout on it. And it waters fantastic. Now, you'd pay $50 for this in Canada. Easy. And it was $6.25. Only in Panama, baby. So let me know if you have planted anything. Are you in a climate where you can plant in December? Today is December 5th. It is my daughter-in-law's birthday. Happy birthday, Kelsey. And I am here enjoying the sun. So let me know where you're watching us from. We created this channel for our mothers to keep an eye on where we are and what we're doing, that we're not living in mud huts. And now I have almost 150. I have 145 subscribers. I don't know who's watching, but welcome. Hope you enjoy the channel. And leave a message down below and let me know where you're from. Okay guys, so if you've been around for any length of time, you know that when we first got to Panama, 2-3 weeks afterwards, I went and had my hair cut. And it got totally ballsed up. It was a bowl cut with a ponytail, and I've been fighting with it ever since. Well, it has grown significantly. She cut it here 2 months ago. The sun and the warm weather makes it grow rapido. Más rapido. So I actually booked a hair appointment for the 17th, and I will be beautified once again. So thanks for putting up with my uglies. And I am working on it, okay? Make sure you let me know in the comments down below if you've had a bad haircut and where. So I hope you guys have your Christmas decorations done as well. I put ours up every year on December 1st. It's a family tradition. I've been doing it pretty much ever since I moved out of home, away from home. So December 1st, everything goes up. So we had to go and get a tree, which was great. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I got the tree from Ray's, which is a grocery store here. It was a 6-foot tree. We don't need the ginormous thing just for the two of us. It's ridiculous. So it's a 6-foot tree, and I paid $45 for it. You wouldn't get that in Canada, I can guarantee. And it's a good tree. I hope you've seen it.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. It's Merry Christmas, baby. Yeah. It's Merry Christmas, baby.